Hi everyone, Jackson here. Welcome back to the daily endeavours for the 6th of January. As always, there will be timestamps in the description if you want to find a certain part. We've got 10 skill set, 10 beasts, patrolling horror in the Imperial City districts, a Hunding's Rage item, 3 stages in the Infinite Archive, and an item from Guild Traders. So I don't think this one's worth doing, not because it's slow, it's relatively quick, but it's unreliable. Picture a world boss just in the overland, but at the same time players from other alliances can attack you, and usually people in Imperial City are quite tough. So usually you'll go up against some tough people, they'll kill you, and failing to be able to do an endeavor, I just consider that lower value than any of these other ones that are easy, and there's not really a possibility to fail these ones. Like this one, you could die to a boss, but Infinite Archive first stages are so simple that you can honestly go in there on like a level 10 and just be fine. So, okay, Hunding's Rage first. This one here you can find in 3 locations, well 4 technically. So you've got Broken Arch, north of the Moonmont Wayshrine in Reaper's March. This is probably the easiest to get to if you don't have access to any of these Wayshrines, because Rolka is right here. You can take the boatswain from Oridon to get to Rolka. You'll rock up here, and you just go south a bit, get this Wayshrine, and you can use it at any point afterwards. You can also find it in the Rift, about the same distance between Honrick Tower Wayshrine around the center south, and then you just travel this way, and it's Trollsdale's Gully here. And then in Bankrai, same thing. This one's probably the most annoying to get to if you haven't unlocked anything. Old Tower Wayshrine here, you go north, and it's at Weather's Cleft, just slightly southeast of Bankrai Garrison. So in terms of the hierarchy, if you've got access to jewelry crafting, and you've got 6 traits on a piece of jewelry, I'd say do that, because it's just Peter that it requires. The next best thing, I think, is crafting iron daggers, because they only require 2 iron ingots and just star material. But it just depends, what do you have 6 traits on? If you don't have 6 traits on anything, obviously it's a problem. Getting traits on things takes time. If you don't have like a bunch already, then it will take some time. There are scrolls you can get. I don't know if I've got any on me. Oh, instant research. So these things here can reduce the timer of things that you need. My advice to you, if you don't have something already at 9 traits, is prioritize one item, getting it to 9 traits as soon as possible. My advice will be a piece of ring, if you can. Get this one first. Train and infuse will be... train and infuse. These 2 might require a bit of running around to get. Make sure you get the exemplary jewelry for these, because getting the normal white level 1 jewelry for this would be more expensive than just using the exemplary ones, because these 2 here are expensive items. They're not easy to get, and they're in high demand. And then obviously try a dagger as well if you can, just because it's easy to make, though Nirnhond is quite expensive. So if you have access to a guild hall, you can also use the master crafting stations here and go down to Alliance Zones, and Hunding's Rage will be here. So you can also use this. So this could also be a much quicker way to get to a location, especially if you haven't got any of those Wayshrines unlocked. You can just make it quicker for you. Obviously, you need a guild to be able to do that. Most guilds, there's a couple of guilds that will have very little dues, and they'll have their own guild hall with something like this. So, for example, Loots R Us, they don't have any fees or anything, and they'd have their own guild hall. Craft halls, yeah. So here you go. So anywhere with craft halls, most casual guilds nowadays will have a proper crafting hall, which is good. Just maybe try and look for the casual trading ones. That's usually where they are. As for a bit of an explanation on Hunding's Rage, this is a very old set. I believe this is over 10 years old now. 2014 this would have come out, I think, or 2014. So it's over 10 years old, this set. It's still pretty good to this day. It's unfortunately in crafted sets outperform that Order's Wrath. Orders Wrath is like sort of the only damage set you need from crafted sets, really. But I still use Hunding's Rage on this character, so it's a set that I have used a lot over the years, and it's a good stamina damage dealer set that's just reliable, easy to use, and easy to get. So yeah, yeah, got a lot of memories with this one. Some are painful, some are quite proud. Purchase an item from guild traders. So my advice here is just find any great guild trader that you can find. There's one here just south of the Way Shrine in Vocal Guard. There's also in Stonefalls, the Way Shrine here. In David's Watch, you've got this one here. And in Daggerfall, starting Way Shrine, you've got 5 here. So you've got tons to choose from, even if you don't have anything unlocked. What you want to do is go all items, search, go total, and sort by the lowest. And that way, you look at this, you got 200 disposable juggling knives for 5 gold. Well, bam. So it spent 5 gold, 10 seals very quickly. This one's really good. Yeah, if there's like, if you look at this and there's like no items for like really cheap, maybe just check the other ones, because I guarantee there'll be a bunch of cheap options here. Yeah, mostly like companions gear stuff is usually pretty cheap. Some of the stuff can be cheap too. Just look around a bit, you'll be able to find some good deals. But it just depends on how much time you want to spend. And yeah, aside from those, there's so many guild traders out there. You've got 7 in each of the capitals here, for example. There's 7 there. In Elden Root, you've got another 7. Stop going to Green Shade. Yeah, so you've got 7 here. In Stormhaven, you've got another... Say, fuck me. Yeah, so you've got 7 here as well. In Vivek City, you've also got another 7. Just here. Oh, sorry, 6. My bad. Yeah, so in each of the major zones, there'll also be a bunch of guild traders. For example, this Eleanor has 6 as well. So yeah, there's tons of guild traders out there. You just got to. It just depends on how much time you want to spend trying to get the best deal possible. But usually you'll be able to find something pretty cheap. All right, beasts. These are, yeah, they're found everywhere in Tamriel. So you know you can find them in places like Blickrock. You've got tons of wolves and stuff out here. Ganathi's Roost, you've got stuff. Basically, every zone will have a bunch of stuff. Wolves, for example, which you find quite frequently in places like Stretch Mackay and Bleakrock. You can use those. The only issue is everywhere that like you can think of that would have a bunch of beasts in the overland, I tend to find just other people there doing the same thing. So there's 2 places I really suggest for this that have a big group of beasts clumped up. One of them is in a public dungeon, so it's not perfect because other people can get there. But I'll show you the best one for instance areas where nobody else can get in your way. So Crowswood, it's on the east side of Stonefalls. So you saw there, just go this way, down here, and into the cave. Would have seen this one, I think, yesterday. So open the portal. So unlike yesterday where we went through the river into the little swamp over there, we just go straight here. And right here there'll be a ton of wolves. These wolves count as beasts. So yeah, you just go up and kill these guys here. They're very low health. They have like 10,000 health each, so they're super quick to kill. But I find that when you try and kill these ones, there's just going to be other players like this guy here doing the same thing. So yeah, most of the places in the overland that have like the biggest concentration of wolves, I find other people doing the same thing. So my suggestion is Wayrest was 1. I'll show you where to get that. I know everyone has seen Wayrest was 1 to death, but it's just the best one for the task. So what you want to do is pull this group here, go across the bridge, just pull this group. That's all you need. 2 groups of skeevers, they're all beasts. Group them up and wreck them. And that's it. Alright, so getting to Wayrest was 1, it's a straightforward task. It's in Stormhaven, just in the middle of Wayrest here. So if you got this way, yeah. So if you've travelled to this before, for example, if you've used Dungeon Finder for it, you'll be able to just travel in here directly already. if you've already discovered it. If not, it's an easy trek there. So what you want to do is start here in Daggerfall. You'll let this way shine by default, and you just want to go west. Down to the docks. Come down here. Oh, nice. Saved it. Right, this red guard lady in the middle, Azufa. Talk to her.
Well?
I'd like to travel, Stormhaven. Once you're in Stormhaven, just start traveling into the city.
Work builds character.
Yeah.
Well, this way, through this gate. And we're traveling just this way. Just straight. Through the archway. Down to the river, and Rest will be here. And you choose Deception in the Dark. Alright, last one. So we've got the stages in the Infinite Archive. If you want to find Infinite Archive, it's here. Unlike Rest was 1, this will be unlocked automatically on every character. All you have to do is go to a Wayshrine and travel there. I don't think you can actually travel here via Apocrypha. I think you actually have to get in here via Wayshrine. And regardless of what DLCs you own, you'll be able to access this. So even if you don't own Necrom and have Apocrypha, you don't need to worry about that. You can just travel regardless, because it's a base game thing, which is great. So this is a good base game option as well. So everything here is base game really, but yeah, I still wouldn't bother with this one. It's the easier option. So what you need to do is you just need to come through this Archival Wing store. Now, if you're going to do the weekly, I suggest getting the quest from the guide there that you saw, because the weekly you'll be doing a lot of Infinite Archive. I'll do a video for this soon, but yeah, this is not a great weekly. I think this one's kind of shit. But yeah, so if you're going to do both at the same time, yeah, just make sure you get that quest, because it gives you a lot of archival fortunes, which is great, and especially when those fucking annoying 2000 fortune endeavors come up, they're annoying. All right, so stages are straightforward. So you get stages. You get 2 stages in a row, and then you get a cycle, which is the boss. Whereas the stages are just little enemies. Okay, so you get all sorts of random shit. You get these druids. These guys here. This flame creates like a shield. You want to kill the druid, not worry about anyone else. So you'll get all sorts of random enemy types. You get these Spriggans that buff each other up, annoyingly. There really is not a lot of time to bloody interrupt that. Yeah, you can get Daedra, you can get wild creatures, you can get humanoids. Just depends on the day. Okay, so sometimes you get a bigger enemy, like this Lurcher here. Normally, I would say it depends. Some of the big enemies you want to focus, some of them doesn't really matter. Like I always focus the bloody crow guy, the big crow thing. Right, so now we get a verse. So these are like temporary, short, very powerful buffs. Some of them can be. Some of them can be absolutely fucking useless. So yeah, it just depends. Phalanx is pretty good. Yeah, it just depends. And they're completely random. Some of them, yeah, some of them can be like really beneficial for you. Like one that, normally in the early stages of Infinite Archive, you want one that gives you a lot of damage. But yeah, just get anything that's kind of decent. And that's it. Yeah, sometimes you just get useless fucking trash. Like the one that increases damage of assault skills. God, I fucking hate that one. Alright, so all the enemies have different abilities, different strengths, different weaknesses, different ways to counter them. This one here, you can roll dodge the heavy attack. This thing here will charge forward. It's kind of annoying. I'm using a character with vampirism, so not exactly great on resources, but are you going to turn me? No. Alright, that's second stage, so we're over halfway there. But we've got a boss next, so it's going to be annoying. Fire Orb, though. Fire Orb is great. So we've got a good verse to this one. So yeah, sometimes the RNG will bless you, you'll get a good verse, and these will be easy. This guy's fairly straightforward anyway, though. Just put up carve proc, potion. Oh yeah, so this one, point the fire onto him, and it does tons of damage. Oh, I'm lagging. Game, please let me use potion. Okay. Yeah, fire orb is really good. And now we get a monument chest. And that counts as a cycle boss for the weekly as well, which can be helpful. Yeah, you'll need to do a lot of bosses. That's going to take a while. Now we get a vision. It's basically like a verse, but it's a lot less powerful, but lasts the entire arc until you leave. And yeah, unfortunately, some of them can be useless. Frost damage taken decreased by 5%. This is so, like, conditionally useful. I fucking hate this one. And I don't use Magicka much, so it's not great. But it's better than just reduced frost damage. That is so terrible. Alright, so now we just go to the next stage and that'll be it. But if you want to do the weekly, you have to go much more than that. So for the weekly, you have to do that 8 times. And you also, if you want to do it in one go, you'll also have to fight Thoat. It's a whole ordeal. I will go through that in the weekly. But you might have to subject yourself to Marauders, which are painful as fuck. Yeah, it just depends. But you can reset the stages, like reset the arena, to make it easier for yourself if you don't want to bother with things like Marauders, or if you don't want to deal with like tougher bosses. But yeah, the choice is yours to make. Haha! Negate doesn't work on me now, boy. Alright, and that's it. 3 Sages done. What verse did we get this time? Really good. Decent. Yeah, class and body was pretty good. Alright, all done. So yeah, for the cycle bosses, you get another one. So you'd have another stage now after this one. You'd have another boss after that, and then 2 more stages, a boss, 2 more stages, a boss, 2 more stages, and then Thoat, which is the final boss of the arc boss. She does not count as a cycle boss, so yeah, it's kind of shit. That's why I'm like, it's probably better like resetting the instance, because oh yeah, I mean, whatever. I'll talk about that in the weekly. It's also a Golden Pursuit though, so except it's 5 cycle bosses, so it's a lot less. Yeah, how about that? 220 seals for that. Pretty shit. Alright. Thanks everyone for watching. If you've got any questions, just let me know as always. I'll help you out if you need. But that should be everything. Thanks for your support as always. I'll see you next time. Take care.